And we are live. What is up, guys? Praxeology Prodigy back with another Red Pill Lens movie review. Today we're going to do Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Surprisingly, this was a very RP aware film. And this is a Disney film. The only other Disney films that are somewhat RP that I could think of are the Pirates of the Caribbean films, which I'll probably end up doing soon. Anyway, we'll save all that stuff for the outro. Let's jump right into this breakdown. Alright. First things first, we have a main character who's an orphan, Bruce Wayne, no, I'm kidding, that was caught defending a younger kid from stealing an apple, and the king was off in the distance and he saw that kid. It was like, damn, this kid has some courage. So the king is a badass guy because he put his money where his mouth was. He understood this kid needed guidance and that he did what he did for survival and not out of bad morals, protecting the younger kid and stealing the apple or whatever. I literally made that analogy the other time. I forgot what live I did it on about people stealing and shit, and like some kids, if you steal an apple, it's just out of survival and it's in our DNA, whatever. It was probably a movie. I think it was it one of the Batman reviews? I don't remember. Anyway, that's off topic. But yeah, this shows us that the king is RP aware because he understands. He can see people. He understands people, right? So next point, we find out this young kid is Prince Dastan. Well, he's adopted by the king and then becomes a prince, although he's not of royal blood. He's a Loki type prince, like he's an adopted stepchild, whatever. So Dastan is about his shit. Because first scene we see him as an adult, he's working on his trinity. He's fighting one of the soldiers, working on his ability, like looks and all that shit, protection and whatnot, sword fighting skills, and just working on that shit. And it looks like he's accepted his burden of performance as a prince. So right out the gate we see that there's no issue with this man at all. No wimpy problems. He's a fucking badass right out the rip. And this is a common theme with a lot of films back in the day, but we don't see this as often now with these newer films. So Dastan is called to a cabinet meeting with his older brother, who's like the second in line, the main prince, and they were going to invade this town. And we see that Dastan had the fairest assessment of not invading the town, but the uncle and the other younger brother got into the main prince's head, and Dastan seems to be the most mature and in battle and strategy wise, because one, strategy, he was like, yeah, let's not do it, whatever, blah blah, just little whatever town. And they end up going and invading, and then we see him in battle, and he's a badass. We just see he's a badass right off the rip. He has no character arc of no developing bullshit that he's some little pussy and has to learn how to fight or whatever. Like Shazam. You ever seen that movie? The fucking character was a pussy all the way till the very end. That's fucking crazy. Right? So this guy right off the rip, he's a badass, which is cool, refreshing. He's very brave, high courage. Good main character vibes, good RP awareness. He's not a dumb motherfucker again, like all these new superheroes in these movies, like main characters in superhero films. So he's already a made badass. It's refreshing. This style of character has been lost in time. Right. Next point. We see Dastan interact with the princess for the first time, and he plays with her. He treats her like a little sister. So this is when they're walking in the hallway about to meet the king, to get approval for the princess to marry the main prince. So yeah, he's playing with her. He has great game. You can tell he has an abundance mindset, and he's naturally RP. This could be because he's a prince and kind of not born into it, but learned the lifestyle very early on as a kid. But he just gets it. He gets it, right? From this scene alone, we see this sets the tone for the rest of the film. He's a naturally RP aware main character, which is badass. Okay, so carrying on, we get to the king, and the king shows favoritism to Dastan, who's not even his biological son, and the actual blood sons are a little bit jealous. You can see in their eyes, they're fuck this guy. But they also end up framing him, not the other brothers, but the uncle, the king's brother, ends up framing Dastan, which the other brother, the younger brother, eats it right away like a rat. He doesn't use critical thinking. He's a dumb little fucking idiot. And then the older main brother is a little curious. He's like, what's going on? There's something going on here. But yeah, he has his head on a swivel. He's good. So next scene, we see Dastan the female is trying to play him and do him dirty. Oh, this is like throughout the film, like when they're interacting. She's trying to do him dirty the whole time, but his inherent RP is helping him handle / tame her, taming the princess girl. If it was a blue pill main character, it would have been over from the jump. She would have blue pilled, dreamed him, and he would have just been manipulated so easily and killed, and that's it. Right? They have a scene where they're fighting over the little dagger thing, and Dastan finds out it's the little time machine, whatever. Yeah, again, if it was a blue pill character, it would have been over. She's also very masculine and annoying, and we see this a lot, but it makes sense. She's like the only woman there, and she's funnily enough, she's like the only feminist there, because we see other girls in the film and they're all like very feminine. They're all quiet and they like, you know, they know their role. And this bitch, the queen or the princess, whatever, is the only feminist bitch out there. But yeah, she's very masculine, very annoying, but the main character's RP awareness is the perfect balance to suppress her learned feminism. So he's keeping her in check. His RP awareness is working for him. Next point, this betrayal is the character zeroing out. After the uncle kills the king with the robe and gets blamed, and the main character gets blamed, he zeroes out because he's lost everything. He's lost his father figure, he's lost his brothers, he's lost his kingdom, he's lost his network, his status. You get the idea. So he zeroed out. Now he's on a path of redemption. There's a scene where the princess pretends to fall over, and he says, "A miracle, I've silenced the princess." So this is easily played, and they have a lot of little back and forth moments, but bro, if this doesn't show you that he gets it and he understands play with her and play with her, this concept, it's so lost in the sauce nowadays. A lot of guys just want to interview girls and treat them like equals and shit, man. They're like little kid brains, man. And I'm starting to see some guys waking up and they understand, like, females have like child brains, bro. It's like there's no other way to put it, man. You know what I mean? It's like simple concept, just do it and it'll work out for you. And the dumb bimbo bitch betrays him. She pretends to fall over and she hits him in the side of the head, right in the temple with like some skull, and he knocks out. She leaves him for dead. After this, I wouldn't ever trust her ever again, which he really doesn't, but he does keep her kind of close, which I would have never done. I would have just, he does something funny, which is what I would have done. So next point, he catches up to her and he actually makes a deal where he sells her to the bandits. This is the ultimate abundance mindset move. That's a G move right there. You get betrayed by this female. She's like, oh, whatever, ha ha ha. Like she's just like boasting to him that she won and that he finally caught up to her, but she got the win. But really, he came back. He's like, yeah, you guys can have her. She's all yours. and she's like, yo, what the fuck? This guy sold me to these bandits. Like, yo, she at that moment she fucking regretted it. She was like, yo, what the fuck? I fucked up. I shouldn't have. This guy truly is RP. I think it was right there when she realized, yeah, this guy, abundance mindset. Feminism doesn't work on this guy. He's not gonna budge. It's over. I think at that moment she realized she had to give up her sexual mating strategy and concede and be like, yeah, I'm his. But anyway, yeah, he he sells her to the bandits. He also plays with her again. It's with her, their banter is so, it's like perfect. It's so easy because she's a perfect playmate. Although annoying, she's like fun to play with. In my eyes, when you want a partner to play with, right, play the game, you want that little pushback, push-pull dynamic, right? Well, it depends also. This is good practice. Well, actually, no. This is probably higher level game tactics. For like a beginner type, you'd probably want someone that kind of lets you go with their way and doesn't give you too much pushback. But this is fun though. This is just fun. This is fun game. The writers probably had a fun time writing this film and like writing the dialogue, because this is what RP is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a fun game. RP game is supposed to be fun and not awkward. Look at Spider-Man. Look at the reviews I did on Spider-Man, the breakdowns. Peter Parker is so awkward, so blue pill, so weird. It literally haunts him for the rest of the trilogy, just from that first film alone. And look at this film. It's only a one film type of film, but it helps this guy being RP aware from the jump, and he saves the world, right? And look at the contrast with Spider-Man's game. Weird, doesn't talk, doesn't explicate things properly, doesn't demonstrate things properly, just doesn't have the grasp of RP awareness like the main character here. And it ends up badly for him because of all that. So there's so much problems that could have been avoided with RP awareness or RP tactics. Whatever you want to, whatever stage you're in, the end game is eventually full RP awareness, like the main character. All right, carrying on. When they get to the temple, the princess is trying to get them to a temple so that she could leave the knife there, whatever. And they get to the temple, and the main character becomes a bit RP, blue pill, and trusting the princess a little too much. You should have just followed his plan and gone through with it, which he eventually does, because you just can't follow a female, man. They're gonna lead you to your demise, which he ended up doing to him. Luckily, he's able to convince. This is like when they get ambushed now by the main assassin dude, and he's able to convince the hard-headed younger brother about the truth, but he dies right away, so there's no point. So Dastan knows, yeah, I gotta fix all this shit once and for all. So it leads him to a new plan to securing the victory, even after the woman led him to a huge L, because he lost the knife now. So he's got to chase it, find it. And we get our third part of the film, right? So carrying on, we start to see the princess is falling for Dastan towards the end. She's losing the game. There's been a whole cat and mouse game this whole time, push-pull dynamic, whatever you want to call it, between her and Dastan. But Dastan's so RP aware, he's focused on his mission, as he should be, and at least we know his hard-headed RP awareness eventually chopped down the tree of the biggest feminist of the movie. So his innate hard-headedness with RP awareness, it just chops down this bitch so good. She starts to fall for him. There's too much doubling down, too much masculinity, too much points where she's like, yeah, I just need to be feminine. I just can't be in my masculine all the time. She's starting to give out. So, fuck, man, perfect RP. Like, he stuck the landing, man. He didn't fold. He didn't fumble. What a fucking awesome film. Anyway, continuing. Next point, we have the princess saves Dastan when they get ambushed by that last assassin guy. And then we get the kiss. They finally kiss. All that tension finally spills over. And she officially concedes her mating strategy. She's like, okay, I'm under this guy. This guy's RP aware. I'm his now. His mating strategy won. But like a true RP awareness guy, Dastan realizes he has to continue his plan. And in some way, it was actually useful to bring the princess because she was pretty clutch at times, like when she saved him from the assassin. And whenever she was like in trouble, it triggered the protector instinct in Dastan, which is some good motivation for someone who just lost everything. Your kingdom, your father, your brothers, everything. You just lost everything and you have to work your way up. So it's good that he had a little bit motivation there on the back. And in a way, she kept him from going black pill. And we never saw, you know what's crazy? We never saw the main character, even after zeroing out, for 1 second thinking about black pill, of just giving up and quitting everything. We never saw that. He was always on a journey to fix things. He was always go. Fix. Action. Do. Like, just not do. We. So he's just always on the go. He's not ever second guessing himself and like, oh, is this worth it? Or should I just be a blue pill, give up? No. And that's so refreshing because you also see that characters in these films nowadays, they're always having that black pill moment. Like, should I give up? Is it worth it? Should I even try? And then in doing so, someone always tries to help them up, and then the people that help them up always end up dying or whatever. Right? So, no black pill in this film. Very little blue pill, but yeah, all right. I'm getting ahead of myself. One last point. This is their final point of the film. Dastan ended up clutching the win and getting the world in order, getting his shit back together. And he got the baddie in the end, too. Because he fixed the world and he smooth talked to her. Like, yeah, don't worry. You don't need to know what just happened with this dagger. And he got the baddie while maintaining his RP awareness and his game. He never fumbles to the blue pill at any moment. The only blue pill in this film is the uncle, because he's a traitor. And he has a scarcity mentality or whatever. But this leads me to the RP and blue pill score. This film is a 10 out of 10 red pill film. It is through and through red pill. No blue pill. Right? Because the character, the story, even the ending is RP. He's like, the main character doesn't fall for one-itis for that princess at the end. She's just his first wife. His father, the king, literally early on the film says, oh yeah, this is your first wife. This will be your first wife. Right? So he knows, yeah, that's my first wife. So through and through RP aware. And I just can't give any blue pill points, although there are blue pill characters in this film. You just can't have red pill, a world of red pill without blue pill, right? And I can't think of any blue pill propaganda. This film is not pushing blue pill matrix ideology whatsoever. It's not promoting it. It's not glorifying it. It's not underlining it. It's not anything you can think of. It's all just RP. It really is. All the blue pill ideology in this film is from the bad guys. It's from the uncle. The betrayal, the greed, the scarcity mentality, wanting to kill your own brother to take over. Like, and everyone realizes, yo, that's some fucking blue pill ass shit. So Yeah, red pill 10 out of 10 score, blue pill score 0 out of 10. The only other film I can think of that's a Disney movie that's somewhat RP is probably the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, if I remember correctly. I'm sure it has some blue pill aspects, the one-itis with the characters, the Orlando Bloom and all that shit, but those are probably going to be next. Probably end up doing the Pirates of the Caribbean films, but I don't think I'll do all of them, to be honest with you. I'll probably just do like the first few ones from like the early 2000s. I remember seeing one on Netflix a long time ago. It was pretty boring, honestly. This was like these are like kid films, man, you know? I might, you know what? I'm probably not even going to do them. I'll probably just do something else interesting. Like maybe Interstellar. Interstellar has some good, it's more nerdy actually. The only RP intersexual dynamics I can think of is the female with the planet going to her man's planet. That's pretty blue pill film. Now that I'm thinking about it, what is it? Man, I'm trying to think of some good RP fiction content or blue pill content I could watch, but it just gives me cringe vibes. Like I was thinking of The Boys the other day, and or yesterday actually, I was like, yo, Butch, the main character of The Boys, he's such a fucking cuck. He's literally a cuck. He let Homelander nut in his girl, and he's trying to defend the kid now. You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy, man. Yeah. We'll see what's next. Probably Interstellar. Fuck it. Interstellar, and I was also thinking Hunger Games too. Hunger Games, because yeah, it does have some good intersexual dynamics. It does have a lot of that in that film, and that's a good film. I'll think of Hunger Games. I'll write that down. Also, later today or tomorrow, I don't know when probably later today, I was going through Twitter to X, and I really can't find any like RP stuff, but I went back to that. You guys saw that episode I did about that one feminist lady on Twitter. I was going through her page and I saw some shit, like some crazy ass shit. I was like, yo, I'm probably just gonna go through her page and do a red pill rant and kind of react to all that shit that she's saying, because that shit's just funny as fuck. Yeah, that's probably gonna be next video. But I'm gonna end this here, guys. I don't want to ramble on too much. I could be rambling all day. I gotta hit the gym Friday, so we got upper body, we got shoulders, triceps. What else? Yeah, whatever. Hit the gym, get the timestamps up for this, and then come back and probably do a red pill rant episode. What's it? Episode number 7. Get that up for you guys. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for joining me today. Bye bye.